Okay, I've got science going. Yeah, eventually I'm gonna be producing science not by hand. It's just right now. I'm just trying to keep this base afloat. Like I said kind of at the very beginning of this, I do not have a whole lot of experience with Factorio. Or I do. I guess cumulatively I've put in about 100 episodes of it, but I've always had, like, Bird and Keith to fall back on. And this is kind of my first time spreading my wings, so to speak. Which is... fuck. There's flies in my house. I don't know where they come from. It's not like I invite them here. It's a pain in the ass. Okay, what do we need at this point? Just iron. Let's see. Did you finish crushing? Yeah, you did. Let's go back to... crushing coal? Oh, right. Gotta change the, recipe. Let's go back to crushing coal for a while. Take a look. We're probably maxing out on a couple of these things. Oof. Yeah, we need those fast inserters. Bad, because effectively this thing fills out faster than it fills up. That's a pain. Ooh, and I can only get one of those. I'll figure it out later. This is going slow. At least we have some stuff going. I guess I could do is actually put down just a second chest with an arm pulling it off. I don't like the idea of doing that. Okay. Yeah, so I'm just gonna get the power strip done first. Even if it's not immediately a necessity. It will be when it's most inconvenient. Okay, so I still have 4 accumulators left. Do I have any other... Technically, I've got a couple more solar panels that I might want to pick up and move. Now that I'm looking at it. Okay, so it'll take a little while to get all that off. Wait, that didn't do anything. Why did I do that? I don't know. Kinda wish you could just override the input-output thing. Okay. Well, that's fine. Okay, so we want to do extra chest there and there. We just want to make sure we're pulling out as much crushed stone from this thing as possible. Eventually I'll have a conveyor belt going past and we can move it elsewhere. But that's okay. You see red dots on the map knowing that's where the bugs are. Technically they're just worms. I don't know why I can't see them right now. But there's just a bunch of worms in there. Doing, well, largely nothing, but still. It's kind of spook. Okay, so how do we do this? Because one of the main problems I'm looking at is, I've got a whole bunch of resources that need to be delivered to, like, all of these. Slowly. And awkwardly. What are we doing on cellulose? Doing fine on it. And let me guess, you're, yep, out. And I'm out of coal, too. I don't like the fact that autosaving gets rid of my, can I change the autosave interval? Oh, yeah, it's a 2-minute delay. Let's crank that up to 15. I can't imagine I'm going to, like, really need it here. But yeah, the autosave keeps kicking me out of the interface. Actually, let's make a ton of wood blocks first. But that'll get me at least a little bit of coal to get these filters going. Oh, hey, we're done with our first bit of research. Oh, man. I am in trouble. I didn't even know what the electrolyzer does. Do we do it anyway? Eventually gets us up to lithium, cobalt, electrolysis 2, and zinc. Oh, what else do we got? We don't really care about any of the basic research. Yeah, actually, we need automation. I don't know how to make an assembly machine? Ah, shit. Oh, yeah. I don't know how to make an assembly machine. I know how to make glass. Well, okay. You know, I could kind of see it. Well, what do I need? I need copper. Yeah, eventually, I'd like to actually have 3 crystallizers. Or maybe just 2. I think I only have 1 of them, yeah? No, I have 2. I could actually get a second one. Because, yeah, I wouldn't mind piping some more of that stuff to a second one that's providing a second one so I can alternate. I still do not know my way around the UI here. There's too many different tabs and it's only gonna get worse. Okay. Well, at least this is starting to work really well. We've got a whole bunch of landfills if I want to make them. We need those assembly machines. I didn't even think about it. Just didn't even occur to me. Yeah, so this is woefully inefficient, but we have increased our crushed stone output considerably, which is actually helpful. And this is going properly. You're good. How are you doing? Oh, yeah. You could use some more. I'm just kind of dumping things off for a little while. Just gonna hand move this. This is maxed out. This way I can actually use this for... I hate having all of my stuff pulled double duty like this. Not a good feeling. You know what? Let's start burning some of that other garbage that I don't actually know what it does. What's my... Oh yeah, my other crushinator is working on just stone. What do I need for a second crushing machine? So I just need a bunch of iron. So let's take that off for a bit. Let's go back to overproducing iron. Lead's neat, but nah. Let's see, is it just me tonight? Yeah. Factorio for the meantime is going to be is almost entirely going to be just me. I'd like to bring somebody else on for this I'd like to bring somebody else on for this series, you know, someone from my friend group, but the main problem is I don't know how we'd be able to work together on this. This really does seem too much of a single man like endeavor. Like there's a number of things that like I could actually use a second person to like show up and help me out and push things around, but for the most part it's like very limited resources. I guess I could actually crush some of these behind. Have Shell join me. I don't think Shell got dead playing this game. I enjoy her very much, but I don't think she'd enjoy this. She has always been one for stories and lore and plot. And this is very much not one of those. I really wish the ore crusher would actually switch over based on what's needed. Oh right, I can make this. We need basic electronic board. Well, that's a basic circuit board. How do we make an electronic board? Well, maybe I should rethink and just go for the go for science. I should go for science. Actually, maybe I do have a second furnace here. I don't even remember what I was using this for. I just gotta remember that I have them. Let's see, there's nothing to kill her. Boredom. I think she'd be quite disinterested in this. Still gotta figure out what to do with all this brown algae. Okay, so once again we've hit a hefty bottleneck. Probably because we're... No? What's the problem? Alright, no? It's not putting out... Oh, it's because we're maxed out on sulfuric acid waste. Which goes back into here. Oh, that's an interesting problem. Yeah, so we're... It's because we're maxed out on purified water. There we go. I was wondering, it's like, it shouldn't stop. This should just feed back into itself really well. And the answer is entirely because I really do need those control valves. Let's see. Yeah, as soon as I get automation, I need to automate landfill. You are totally correct on that one. Can brown algae be handcrafted into green algae? Yeah, it can. It just requires crushed stone, which is a problem. Okay, I'm just gonna let that suck up purified water for a while. It'll mess with me. I guess actually we are producing more... We are producing more crushed stone than we are algae. So that's actually not that bad of an idea. I should still probably prioritize science if I can manage it. Let's see. This one was working on that, and we ran out. Okay, cool. Let's make electromagnets. We gotta get automation going. Because then I won't have to make all of these. Water needs to make a main bus. Yeah, no, I definitely need to make a main bus. That way I could get rid of the electrolyzers, move them elsewhere. I mean, honestly, I feel like the main bus would mostly just be crushed stone for the time being. But what I'd probably do is rip up the electrolyzers. Pretty much everything north of the current mineral plants. Rip that shit up and move that somewhere more productive. Now I made, yeah, I did make an ore crusher here. Now this is a problem. Figured that out a bit. The clean coke is actually working really well as a resource. But yes, I really do need like a landfill generator. Okay, how much red science do I have? I got 3. Yeah, the nice part is we have technically infinite resources in this, so going main bus on this actually won't be so bad. Normally with main bus we run into production issues where it's just like, oh, all the iron's gone, but in this one it's actually not so bad. But yeah, I do need a ridiculous amount of space, and I do not have. I forgot you can press control to get that going. But yeah, for the people that are expecting me to be acing this right out the bat, I do no research on these. This is all just me kind of figuring it out slow and not quite brute force brain power, but I don't know, I feel kind of like I'm brute forcing it. Okay, so we do not have more of this. And for some reason this ain't rolling. Because we're out of purified water, because this keeps sucking up whatever there is. Yep. There we go. I need those valves. Are we almost done? No, we're not. Automate landfill. I would if I could! I'm working on it. Unfortunately, one man can only craft so much by hand. Oh, good. I've already got a bunch of wood blocks queued up. Yep. Oh, hey! Research! I have automation! It's not going to help me. Let's get rid of that. Right. What's it require? Need copper plates. Didn't I? Oh yeah, I do have a ton. They're just... I have kind of a ton. I just actually have to crush it. Okay, there we go. Right, I spent all of my, my copper on science. I need 2 more sets. 5 total. And then we'll go from there. You know, I can live without these things for a moment. Can I get... Okay, I can get some transport belts, too. Because effectively what I'm going to do is just belt off all of the crushed stone here. Well, no. I'll want to have one chest for regular crushed stone. Really, I'll want more than this. But the rest will be turned off into other things. Okay. So let's do landfill. Eventually I'll get a second slag production. Because we actually are producing slag up here and here. Oh, is this thing filling up? It's kind of doing so. Yeah, I'll probably turn one of these into just a regular crushed stone thing until I can figure that out. But that's okay. Alright, so I've got landfills for days. And when I say for days, I really mean it's going to last me a couple minutes. And by minutes, I probably just mean seconds. Let's, I'm gonna go get rid of some of this. The sooner I can get rid of the power stuff, the sooner I get some of my inventory back. do have to worry. This map is actually a lot smaller than I thought it was going to be. So we might actually have to worry about worms a little bit more than I thought I was going to. Okay. Right. Okay, so I've got this here. Let's pick this up. Roll this landfill. Oh, wait, no, those are burner inserter arms. Why do I still have burner inserter arms? Actually comes as a bit of a mystery to me. Do I not have any regular inserter arms? It's crushed styrofoam. Bleh. I think I actually have to switch this back over for the other type. And filters. Okay, instead of this, let's go back to sapphire. There we go. And yes, I know I can fill in the landfill using single bits here and there. I'm mostly not doing that because I don't actually... Visually, it's hard for me to process that patchwork. I prefer just full landmass. Like, I'm aware what you're saying, but I'm being stubborn because this makes it easier on me. Because I can only do so much right now. Okay, well... Let me see. So this is capped out. Keep doing this. You're good. This guy was working on copper anyway, so I'll just keep throwing that in over here. A little bit of iron. Is that enough for an inserter? Awesome. Yeah, so what... I really wish the ore crusher would automatically crush whatever ore is given into it instead of this, like, weird limitation. It might, actually. Need another... Need more iron! Ah! I'll have to figure out how to mass produce iron out of this. Doesn't make another one. We'll need it anyway. Eventually. Okay, cool. Actually, I'm gonna get up here. I'm gonna rip this up. Put that there. Take off that. There we go. So what's the problem? You're not producing anything... Filters? Not filters. Mineral water again. Because you're not doing anything... for reasons. I don't know why you're not doing anything. You're not maxed out. It's not water, is it? Oh. Are we... We're capped out on oxygen gas. Because I'm dumb. I never actually connected it to the flare stack. I'm kind of surprised that it was going as long as it was. That shit's magic. Oh. So this needs a chest. And this goes here. Okay. This is dumb. I don't like this. This is why we need a main bus. Figure that out later. Okay. I'm just happy to have something that kind of functions for at least a little while. We'll come back to that when I have the resources. Okay, so at this point we can switch this off. We're gonna switch this over entirely to coal production. because we're gonna need that eventually anyway. Okay, but yeah, now at the very least we are producing some amount of iron, which is good. Let's see, that's going fine. This is maxed out. This is just slow. This is just slow. It's barely going. The crusher is more or less just getting taxed as much as possible. Well, what I could do is let's just take off this spare crushed stone. At this point, I'm not going to need it as much, just because of the landfill production. Let's get over here, grab the accumulators. Might as well start making some space for myself. Because we're going to want to rip up the entire top part of the base and figure out a main bus. Oh, why can't I just use drones? That would be the lazy option, and I love the lazy option. This is a remix. Alright, well there we go. So the power strip is done. Until I can replace more. Wonder you really need to invest in the accumulator fields. Do you know how expensive accumulator fields are? I am like... How far do I have to go to get to accumulators? Accumulators require green science. I've barely even started red. Like, gonna be honest here. You guys need to slow your roll a little bit, because some of these things are just actually impossible for a very, very long period of time. This is an awful remix. Oh, geez, and we've got 3 minutes left of it. Yeah, let's just turn that off for a bit. I'll just work in silence or something. Okay, good. So the crushed stone, the iron, everything is kind of working here. See, and you should have the patterns for them. Dude, I can barely even put them down. I don't think I need blueprints until we actually like get into this. There's no point. Okay. So I guess now that I've got some space and shit. Let's take this and immediately blow through every single bit of landfill I possibly can. Yeah, that is still pumping water. I'll end up moving it anyway. Let's see. But yeah, so I'm gonna slowly start making an actual bus. I think we're pretty safe if I just go straight to the right. Yeah, it'll take a while before I'm gonna have to... let's see. It'll take a while before I can get to any of the actually good stuff. I'm just glad I'm producing things. So we have iron rolling in. Logistics 2. Pretty much anything that requires green science is out. I'm leaning for steel processing so I can get some more of those filters going. Pricey on what I need. Near inserters. Huh. Alright. That's for later. There's also like slag processing, which sounds fascinatingly problematic. Oh yeah, let's get fluid control, because this is always going to be a serious problem for me, at least for a little while. Yeah, I think I should probably actually rip this all up sooner than later and just make a slag line up here. I've got a little accumulator in here. I don't want that. And yes, I understand this, like, this power strip might not be the most efficient thing ever. Actually, no. This power strip is the most efficient thing I can do right now. There's, like, a little bit more that I could do, but until I actually get the, until I get substations, this is as space efficient as you possibly can do. Like, I can't get better than this, because this is perfectly covered by the small electric poles. Once I have the bigger stuff, then it'll matter. But I don't have bigger stuff. I don't have anything. Okay, where's wood? Let's just make as many wood bricks as I can possibly grab. And is the song over? Thank you. It was a bad song. The other thing I should do is actually get another crystallizer here. Well, I could move this entire mess over. Yeah, we burn through our mineral sludge a little fast, though. That's still going. Well, maybe I make another assembler. What should I need? Tons of iron. It's weird. This is a very humbling experience. The sheer amount of iron that you need to, use to get everything going. But I think we want to get a wood factory going. At the very least, just making wood pellets would make a huge difference in this.